want to thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to interview you. I'm here with Tim McGallian, the mayor of Concord. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you, Alex, for having me today. It's great to be able to chat.
Yes. So about a month ago, March 25th, I started a Facebook group in and around Pleasant Hill Food to Go. And we only thought maybe we were going to get maybe 100 to 200, and we already have over 4,000 members. And we've been able to help a lot of local restaurants, not only in Pleasant Hill, but also in Concord, Walnut Creek, and the surrounding area. Like yesterday, we interviewed Alpine Bakery in Concord, and they had over 1,000 views within a matter of 7 hours. And it's been really good. This pandemic, two things that I see from it, it's brought families together and also the community. So what I'd like to know is what is the city of Concord doing for local businesses, restaurant owners? What kind of resources are you guys providing them?
Sure. So again, thank you so much. Let's start with by highlighting a lot of our local businesses. I know that I'll say, even me personally, I've been trying to go out and do some little Facebook posts and some clips on Instagram just to highlight at least a few of our local business restaurants specifically. And it seemed to help. Every little bit helps at this point, right? I mean, everybody's trying to figure out how to retool their operations and how to get the word out. There's still, a viable restaurant. This whole takeout thing, as much as it wants to be foreign to people, it shouldn't be. I think in some cases, just how the restaurants kind of get the food out the door. So it's all things that are doable. But from the city of Concord standpoint, early on, I had an opportunity. I've been blessed that I've been able to work with the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce and Visit Concord specifically, and then our economic development team within the city. And the four of us meet almost, at the very beginning, the onset, we met almost every single day to make sure that we were trying to go through all those little elements that were going to be standing in the way of any small business. We made sure that between the City of Concord website, Visit Concord website, and the Chamber website, we've all stood up pages that deal with business resources for COVID-19. And really just trying to make sure business owners have what they need, whether it be, hey, this is the information on the Paycheck Protection Act. Hey, here's information about what's going on about the eviction moratorium, that applies to both businesses and individuals for residential tenants. But for the business owners, again, that's a big deal for them. That kind of helped put that pause in place for those who, my business just got turned upside down. I'm not quite sure what's next. So we've been trying to do everything we can to make sure resources are available and the information is available for our business owners.
That's awesome. What kind of resources are available? So if for like a business owner, when they go onto this website, what kind of resources are available for it? You said that there's PPP Act, and can they go in there and put their link to their restaurant, or what other resources
We've done a number of things like that. So, one of the things we started early on is we're using the hashtag Concord Eats. And so that's been kind of fun. That's what we've done. That actually lives on the Visit Concord website specifically, but all the businesses that are open during this time, they can go ahead and get in contact with the Chamber office or the Visit Concord office, and you can get put on that active list. So it's kind of the Concord Eats and Treats, and it basically has everybody that's open, their hours of operation, and a link to how to be able to order from your business. So that was kind of one of the first things that got stood up. But you're right, in terms of payment, the Paycheck Protection Act, the Chamber itself has a lot of good resources to the Small Business Administration. And then also some other, like the California Chamber of Commerce as well, just help navigating, also to the county website. Hey, these are the different codes that need to now be followed. This is the different documentation and paperwork that you need to have in place in order to continue to stay open from the health department. So those are the pieces that haven't really completely been understood as quickly as we would like them to be. So those are the things we're trying to make sure is available. But there's other things that are out there. Childcare is another one that we've been trying to make sure we're kind of connecting people with childcare, especially essential workforce, employment, loan assistance. So all of those are available on our website. I talked about the kind of the rent moratorium as well, that eviction moratorium. All of those pieces are also available. And then the other piece that's happening, this is new, that's going to be coming out, the business license relief program. So the city of Concord actually is going to be offering some business licensing relief. So the way the program is supposed to work, that over the course of over the next few weeks, you're going to be getting information from the city of Concord. Most people should have already gotten an email if your email is with the treasurer's office. And the way we're going to do it is that it's going to delay when your license is due without any penalties or fees for up to 90 days after the shelter in place is lifted. Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
if your business license is due right now, until shelter is lifted. So in our case, right, for the county, technically it looks like the new orders are probably going to get in place for May 31st. So
Yes.
Until after May 31st, 90 days after that point is when they would be due. So we're trying to just find small ways to just kind of help patch everybody through right now.
That's wonderful. What about folks that are just driving in and at a curbside pickup to just, especially like downtown Todos Santos, where some of them there's like meters there. There's certain areas you got to put money. Are the meters enforced right now or not?
No. That's the beauty of Concord. We don't have meters. So unlike Walnut Creek and unlike some of these other poor cities, the city of Concord has no parking meters.
Good.
So come on down, stay as long as you'd like. No, we have just the kind of the time. We have it's hourly parking, but it's not metered parking.
Right.
And so we have tried to set it up. Some of the restaurants downtown, you'll notice, they're going to have some special kind of pickup stations, like the Spaghetti Factory just reopened.
Yep.
They're going to have different ways to queue in, and same with some of the other shops right there around the plaza.
Yep. What about signage? Times like this, if the restaurant needs to have a sign out certain area, are you guys allowing that? Are you guys kind of leaning back, or you guys are still enforcing all the signs?
At this point, it's better for me just not to say anything.
Okay.
And allow the businesses to go ahead and do what they see fit. Okay. And we'll kind of figure it out as we go. Because of course, the goal is to at least try to have everybody follow the sign ordinances that we do have in place.
Yes.
So some of them are relatively more lenient, and then of course different things are available depending on what type of business you are as well.
Yes.
So it's kind of one of those, use your discretion at this time. We understand people are going to want to put out signage. Maybe give the city a call, give us a heads up that you're doing certain things, and we can help guide you through to make sure that that's going to be all okay.
That's wonderful. And what about the farmers market? Is that still open?
So it just reopened. So it just reopened this last Tuesday. Instead of it being at Todos Santos Plaza, they did open it. It's now at Concord High School for right now, just because the parking lot is set up differently. The physical distancing is definitely bigger than it was in the past, just to make sure that people have the space and the ability to still access the market. It's definitely not the same as it was in terms of how you're going to interact. You're not going to be going around touching all the produce. In some cases, you're going to be telling the individual person selling the produce that you want so many of that, so many of this, so many of this. They're going to basically bag it and give it to you. So the way that everything is going to go is definitely changed, but it's still available.
That's wonderful. And Tim, you had said about the community. You said there are programs like daycare. What about for seniors? Is there any programs for right now through hard times like this?
There is. So the city of Concord went ahead and I helped put together what's called kind of a senior cares program. And so the senior cares program is something that if you are a senior 60 or over and have any kind of food insecurities and need access to have food delivered to you, we have a program set up. It is in conjunction with Meals on Wheels that we will go ahead and have we'll have food delivered to your home. Now it is a dinner entree. It is brought to you cold, but then of course it's microwave ready is the deal, the way it's prepared. And so that program has been set up. And also under that same umbrella, we've gone ahead and set up the senior helping hands program. So if you need that one item from the grocery store, you need that one item from the pharmacy or the pet store, again, you can call up or go online. The name of the program specifically, if you go online, it's neighborexpress.org specifically. And if you go on to neighborexpress.org, you can go ahead and click into food or helping hands program.
Wonderful. And the website, your website, where all these resources, what was that website again?
So the website specifically is neighborexpress.org, and so that's for the Concord Cares program. And then the other thing people can do is, if you're not familiar with technology and it's something that you maybe don't want to put in all the information, you can actually also call in to, and we actually have a staffed phone number specifically. The phone number, and I am trying to find it, and I apologize. I'll get that back to you.
Sure.
But people can also call in on that program line as well.
So the city hall right now, the Concord, it's closed, correct? So no one can go in to do anything right now. Everything, but are they still working? They're just working out of their house?
They are. We're all kind of working remotely. The permit center is open at this point. We do have a virtual permit center, which is something to just be mindful of. Business licenses, again, if you have to call in, someone still can help you over the phone. So we stood up a lot of virtual platforms. So what my suggestion would be is, if you're just not quite sure, give a call the city offices itself. And they can kind of help navigate you through a lot of those pieces at this point.
And Tim, you had said something about the eviction moratorium. That's for like tenants, or does that also apply for commercial too, where a business owner, they're shut down, they don't have any business, 3 months now they're fall behind.
Yep.
Is that applied to commercial, or is that just for residential only?
It does, and that's the most important part about it, is that it applies to commercial tenants. So the restaurant owner who's struggling right now, or just that business, that hair salon owner that's been shut down, it applies to all commercial tenants as well. And so just like with the tenant side, it applies to businesses. They do need to work out something with their landlord, basically show, hey, we've been closed down as a result of the, COVID-19, pandemic. That automatically triggers them to be able to, once the shelter in place is lifted and they're allowed to reopen, for every month they have, for every month that they're not open, they have 90 days to repay that difference in the rent.
Good.
Is how it's set up. So that's how we've tried to make it to where, we understand that the building owners are also, going to kind of struggle through this time as well. But, it's going to be kind of one of those shared things at this point. It's going to be a little difficult for everybody to try to wrap their heads around right now.
Yeah, I think after this is all said and done, it's going to change our lives forever. But we try to look, trying to look at the bright side of all this, and I think we're gonna come out even stronger than ever before. I really want to thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you want to add before we end this meeting?
No, just, thanks so much. The biggest thing is just remember where your resources exist. If you go to concordfirst.com specifically, so concordfirst.com is where we've stood up a lot of our business resource information. It's got everything you can possibly think of, whether you're a new business coming in, existing business need information and not affected by COVID somehow, some way. But it has all the COVID-19 information as well. Virtual permit center, city business license information, all of those pieces we've kind of put into one place. So I would say, anybody watching this, take an opportunity to go to concordfirst.com just to be able to kind of help you with your roadmap.
Mayor, I want to thank you very much for your time, and I hope you and your family are well and safe.
All right. Thanks so much.
Take care.
All right.